But anyway, so we're going to talk about, I'm going to probably mispronounce it, but Biringan City. So Biringan City is basically a real-life little gas station. Now, what I mean by real life is that people say it exists. This is a city in the Philippines, and it's just in this massive wilderness. And if you go at night, if you're in the right mental state or you're attractive, you'll see the city. Now, fishermen will be out fishing out in the Philippines, and they'll look over and they'll just see huge towers with lights on. It's been compared to Hong Kong, but it's not modern skyscraper. There are just these huge, huge spires, these huge ancient buildings that have been built up. And you look over and you're fishing at night and you see this lighted city. Bus drivers have been driving at night, driving through the area, and then they lose time, and the next thing they know, they're in the middle of the forest or jungle, right where the city should be. When people go missing, they say visitors come to the Philippines, come to that area, they go missing, the locals go, they went to Biringan City. They got them. Sometimes they'll find bodies of people who have gone missing. And what's interesting about that is the locals go, that's not a body. That's a tree stump disguised as a body. His soul is in Biringan. So what is Biringan City? It's populated, again, in legend, it's populated by the Engkanto. What the Engkanto are is they are a race of shapeshifters. Now, they can take any form that they want. But oddly enough, when they take human form, they're missing that little groove underneath their nose. You know how people have fetal alcohol syndrome? Just kind of have a flat lip. It's something akin to that. They dress in all black, and all their food is black. Interesting little side note. And they're considered neutral to evil, depending on the situation. A lot of times they're considered demons in the area. But it's been told that if you are picked to go to Biringan City, you will be taken care of. You will mate with them, and you will live this life of luxury in this amazing rich city. So a lot of times poor kids go missing, and again, people go, the kid must have went to Biringan City because look where he's at now. He's in a slum, and now he's off someplace better. It's fascinating to me, and this legend's persisted for centuries, really, that there is this city that people swear exists. And to the point where when they find something that contradicts it, like if they go, that guy must have gone to Biringan City, and then they find his body a few days later died of exposure or animal attack or whatever, they go, no, that's not really his body, that's a tree stump. It's magically, I don't know how they explain the autopsy. They're doing an autopsy and a bunch of butterflies come out. There's like a snail on them, I don't know. But it's just interesting, that's how pervasive this legend is. They say that in the neighboring cities around where Biringan City should be. And again, excuse me, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. I probably am. But in the neighboring cities, there's portals. There'll be like a branch or an odd-shaped rock or a particular inlet to a river. And they go, don't go over there. Why not? Well, that's a portal. It'll take you right to the city. That terrifies me. Because it's one of those things like when you hear about missing people in national parks, or you just hear like people just straight up vanish. Of course, your first thing is, they probably fell, or an animal got them, or they got kidnapped, or something like that. But there's always that 0.01% that they're like, this guy just literally vanished. He disappeared off the face of the earth. And I think, what if there are these portals out there? And when we look at old legends like legends of the Fae, when we look at modern day UFO abductions too, there are just these places where you go and you're taken away. The Philippines is far, far removed, obviously, from Scotland and Ireland, but it has the same myth, and that is you can get tricked into entering to their realm. And like I said, they're neutral to evil. You can join them. You very rarely get to leave. People have seen the city and gotten to the outskirts. I think a couple people have said that they went into the city. That's how we have more detailed events. But for the most part, once you're in, you're in. You're not getting out. And they use you to mate. They look for like strapping young men and gorgeous women. They take them in to mate with them. Imagine, put aside all of your reservations about this idea, if you have any to begin with. Imagine the impact if that was ever proven. Like imagine if one day Google Earth is running a satellite over the Philippines, or one night, and it picks up a spattering of light. And they send in a team of explorers, and they actually come out and they say, yeah, this city actually exists. You can only see it at a certain point in time, and we only got so far, and we encountered these creatures. That would be far more devastating to the human psyche than UFOs exist. Like, if UFOs came down, people would go like, yeah, I kind of figured that. Like, it's creepy knowing that we're no longer the most advanced species in the galaxy. But imagine if it became proven that on this planet, there are portals to other worlds full of magical creatures. Like that would shake everything up. I mean, how it would shake everything up. It would shake up everything from like travel, exploration. It would shake up police, because then they'd be like, well, the guy could have been kidnapped, or he could have fallen into a portal and went to Jaja land. Like, it would completely change the way we looked at our own planet. You'd have travel guides saying, don't go to this place at a certain time of night because you will never come back. And then people would just say, you know what, honey, I'm out of here. Wait, no, come back. We have 5 kids. Goes into a portal. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and to me, see, again, that's terrifying. Ghosts are scary, but it kind of a little comforting because you know there's life after death. Aliens, I think, are exciting if they're like, like, you know, running bombing raids and we're like rising up as a single species to take them down. But what if it's like, yeah, don't go out of your house today. There's a roaming portal in your neighborhood. Please stay inside. If you start to see any of your silverware like get sucked into a vortex, immediately call authorities. There is a portal in your house. Like, that's way more terrifying because it's primal. It's this phenomenon that's just kind of happening. And again, people would go missing and you'd be like, well, maybe they're in the portal. Don't go near those rocks. Don't go near them. Oh, damn it, lost another one. Time to have another kid. I think that's far more terrifying. It would be one thing that I definitely wouldn't go looking for. There's a scene, again, in Twin Peaks Season 3 where a guy stands on a rock and gets electrocuted for like 2 minutes and just blows up. I don't want to go to that rock. I don't want to accidentally be like, hey, honey, where do you want to have a picnic? Oh, how about that rock? Again, that's scary to me. This city full of these shape-shifting creatures, stories of like the fairies like taking people away into their realm. They walk, you like dance in a circle, or like, you know, they always say never eat anything a fairy gives you because you'll be sucked into their realm. How do I know? It's not some hot chick at a rave wearing fairy wings. I don't know. Spooky. Biringan City. You guys might be brave enough to check it out, but not me. It's the reverse of Dublin, Wisconsin, or Ong's Hat. It's not a city that disappeared. It's a city that appears. Cities disappearing and dying are normal, but cities appearing and disappearing, then appearing again and disappearing, that's the definition of paranormal, of supernatural. It's something that doesn't belong in our reality. That was a clip from our daily podcast, Dead Rabbit Radio. Dead Rabbit Radio is available anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's daily paranormal, conspiracy, and true crime news. If you want to hear the full episode that this clip came from, check the link below. Please like and subscribe. And hit that little bell, too. That does some magical stuff. Thanks, guys.